The partition of India in 1947, which cleaved the subcontinent into India and Pakistan, remains a deeply poignant and contested event. Its roots lie in the complex interplay of religion, politics, and colonial machinations that characterized the final decades of British rule. The seeds of discord were sown long before 1947, nurtured by growing Hindu-Muslim tensions and the divisive policies of the British Raj. A pivotal moment was the 1905 partition of Bengal, a move ostensibly for administrative efficiency but widely perceived by Indians as an attempt to weaken the burgeoning nationalist movement. This partition, based on religious lines, stoked communal tensions and fueled the rise of religious nationalism. The formation of the All India Muslim League in 1906, advocating for Muslim interests, further deepened the communal divide. The British government, through policies like separate electorates for Muslims introduced in the 1909 Morley-Minto reforms, further exacerbated the situation. By granting Muslims separate representation, they inadvertently fostered a sense of separateness and sowed the seeds of a distinct Muslim political identity. As the 20th century progressed, the call for an independent Muslim state gained momentum, fueled by anxieties among some Muslims about their future in a Hindu-majority independent India. The road to partition was paved by a series of events and the actions of key figures who shaped the course of history.
Muhammad Ali Jinnah, initially an advocate for Hindu-Muslim unity, underwent a transformation to become the leader of the Muslim League and a staunch advocate for Pakistan. Whether driven by genuine fear for the future of Muslims in a Hindu-dominated India or political opportunism, Jinnah's leadership proved decisive in galvanizing Muslim support for partition.
The Indian National Congress, initially envisioned as a party representing all Indians, struggled to find common ground with the Muslim League. Despite the efforts of leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Mahatma Gandhi, who advocated for a united independent India, the Congress was unable to allay the fears of the Muslim League, further widening the gulf between the two communities.
The British government, eager to shed its colonial burden, played a critical, albeit controversial, role. The Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946, aimed at forging a united India, failed to bridge the divide. The subsequent announcement of the Mountbatten Plan in 1947, which accepted the inevitability of partition, set in motion a chaotic and bloody process of division. The Radcliffe Line, hastily drawn to demarcate the borders between India and Pakistan, further stoked chaos and violence. The consequences of partition were profound and far-reaching, leaving scars that are still felt today.
For many of us, the partition was not just a historical event, but a personal tragedy. Families were torn apart, homes were lost, and the trauma of displacement lingers on. The violence that erupted during the partition left deep wounds in our collective memory. It wasn't just about drawing new borders, it was about the human cost, the lives uprooted and the communities shattered.
The echoes of partition continue to reverberate in the present, shaping the political and social landscapes of both India and Pakistan.
As a young person growing up in this region, the legacy of partition is something we constantly grapple with. It's a reminder of our shared history and the need to build bridges rather than walls. The divisions of the past should not dictate our future.
The partition is a chapter that, while painful, also offers lessons. It teaches us the importance of unity, tolerance, and understanding. Moving forward, we must strive to heal the wounds and work towards a more inclusive and harmonious society.
In remembering the partition, we honor the resilience of those who lived through it and commit ourselves to a future where such divisions are a thing of the past.